We are on a journey to find out who is the wildest person in human history. Am I a historian? No. But do I find history hilarious? Yes. Yes, I do. Why? Because throughout history, some genuinely insane things have been done by some very, very interesting people. Listen to me. When looking for absolute demons throughout human history, there's only one place to start. There's only one man to start with, and that is Genghis Khan. Our boy Genghis might have the highest body count in both ways in human history. This guy was almost indistinguishable from a lumberjack, the way that he was laying wood, but he was also laying people down. Genghis Khan murdered so many people that it's honestly ridiculous. Speaking of laying wood, National Geographic states that Genghis Khan was a prolific lover. In fact, he got married at the age of 9, or he had his arranged marriage at the age of 9. I guess life expectancy back then meant that you had to get people in the field really quickly. There was no time to mess about, procreate immediately, which makes sense because Genghis Khan apparently has 16 million descendants on the planet right now. This guy was a pro fucker. That's 1 in 200 people on the planet today who are related to Genghis Khan. I'm also not a mathematician, so I don't know if those numbers check out, but we're gonna run with it. Genghis Khan. Change the Khan to bitches because that's more accurate. Genghis bitches. Do you understand how much sex you have to produce 16 million descendants, bro? How did Genghis Khan run an empire? He was clearly busy, or getting busy. The thing about Genghis Khan is that he was obviously different, special if you will. And this all started from birth. Genghis Khan was born under remarkable circumstances because when he was born, in his infant hand he wielded a blood clot, and at the time the people believed that this meant that he was born with a great spiritual connection. This guy might have been the honored one. When you think about Genghis Khan literally being born with blood on his hands, it's weirdly poetic, obviously a coincidence, but seeing as he went on to slaughter an insane amount of people, you can see you know what I mean? But anybody watching, if you happen to have a baby and they are born with a blood clot in their hands, I would like you to maybe think about returning them to sender, because you may have produced a human natural disaster, because that's exactly what Genghis Khan was. Remember when I said that Genghis Khan might have the highest body count in human history? He murdered so many people that it changed the climate. That's some Thanos Galactus type shit. No, but for real, that's genuinely insane. To murder so many people that it has a global impact, an impact on the climate, is absurd. Genghis Khan killed approximately 40 million people, and that is estimated to have saved 700 million tons of carbon dioxide being added to the atmosphere. See, he wasn't all bad. He was a climate change activist before it even mattered. And those 40 million deaths were back in the 13th century, when you had to be 10 toes down, run up to the next person and kill them with your hands. No advanced weaponry, no missiles, no bombs, no rockets, straight hands, bro. Or a bow and arrow, which is the funniest weapon to me because somebody saw a spear and was like, what if we make a smaller version, put it on a string and then shoot it at people? Can you imagine being the first person to ever get shot by a bow and arrow? You would have thought it was magic. Anyway, the Mongols would actually just pull up on horseback and just light you up at high speed. The Mongols may have invented the drive-by. They were the first ones to do it. Okay, let's put the 40 million statistic into perspective. 40 million people at the time was 11% of the global population. The Mongols were sweeping through Eurasia like a pyroclastic flow, the complete opposite of the Midas touch. Everything they touched turned to ash. You know that one scene in Attack on Titan where Commander Erwin is standing on all of the bodies of the people who died by his command? Genghis Khan did it first, bro. That's his thing. Which kind of makes me wonder, why didn't people just surrender? I know it's not the honorable thing to do, but let me put it like this. Imagine you hear that the Mongols are sweeping across Asia. After hearing all of those stories about them, all of the things they did to various towns, cities, the last thing I'm going to do is suit up and get ready to fight these people. If the Mongols come to this town, the town is yours, my guy. In fact, we've been waiting for you guys to show up. Here's everything. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Mongol Empire was genuinely like that. One of their primary battle tactics was psychological warfare. I've read that they would massacre cities and then leave a pile of heads as a warning. A pile of severed heads. That's what I mean. You do not fight people like that. In fact, my main motivation behind making this video was that somebody told me that the Mongol army once left a pile of severed cat heads as a warning. I don't know if that's true or not, and I've been doing my research trying to find if that story actually did happen, but it sparked my curiosity to learn about these guys, and now we're here. Let's get into more stories about Genghis Khan. Apparently the Persians beheaded one of his boys, so Genghis Khan responded how any rational thinking human being would. In fact, take a guess how you think Genghis Khan responded. He destroyed 90% of the Persian population. That's how you spin back. He ruled with an iron fist. If any village under Mongol rule disobeyed the Khan, he would destroy everything. The entire town, city, village, everyone's getting executed. Everyone's getting it. Forget Iron Fist, that's a diamond fist. This nigga was the hardest thing to come out of the 13th century. Imagine that in today's day and age. Imagine the mayor of London disobeys the king and he responds like, say no more. Always remember, never forget that your lives teeter delicately on my whim. And then he just nukes London. That was a bar, by the way, I'm just saying. I'm just reading more about Genghis Khan and I promise you this man had so much aura. Do you understand how much of a real nigga you had to have been for people to talk about you nearly a millennia after you've died? And real recognizes real because I'm reading here that when Genghis Khan's horse was shot down by an enemy archer, he made said archer one of his generals. Genghis Khan might have been him. I was researching stories about this guy in preparation for this video and some of these stories are so insane, so remarkable that they have to be fake. All they were told by premier, pedigree, thoroughbred glazers. Genghis Khan might have had the best PR team. Honestly, I feel so sorry for anybody who tried to shine in the 13th century because Genghis Khan was definitely the protagonist. I found some Genghis Khan quotes that I'm going to read to you right now. I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. Aight, bro. Aight, bro, you got it. Imagine him saying that to you after he's just conquered the majority of Asia. You'd be beyond scared. He was spitting. I don't even care if that quote is real or not. It's so hard. Here's another quote. Listen to this. The greatest happiness is to vanquish your enemies, to chase them before you, to rob them of their wealth, to see those dear to them bathed in tears, to clasp to your bosom their wives and daughters. Who even talks like that? Who was bro's ops? We might have to end this series at the first episode. The more I'm researching about this man, I don't know if anybody's going to top this. Low key, a very small piece of me believes that Genghis Khan might have been a comedian because even in death, this man couldn't be stopped. Genghis Khan wanted the location of his grave to be kept secret. So on the way to said grave, his funeral escort executed everyone. Every single person who saw them going to the grave. Imagine that today, you see a funeral car driving down the road, and all of a sudden there's just a red dot on your chest and forehead. The thing is, you'd probably forget a random funeral. In fact, it wasn't a random funeral, it was Genghis Khan's funeral. So there was probably a whole like big thing for Genghis Khan, so you wouldn't forget that. So I guess it makes sense. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The reason why I say that this guy might be a comedian, because there's even a rumor that Genghis Khan demanded that a river be diverted over his grave so that nobody would ever find it. Do you understand how much aura you have to request for something so absurd? Genghis Khan with a capital G. He was honestly a different breed, and that's why he ruled over the second largest empire in human history. Genghis Khan, S rank. That was a bad motherfucker right there. If there's anybody that you know of throughout history who you believe to be worthy of the title of history's wildest, leave them in the comment section below and I'll see what I can do. It's honestly so fun looking up all of these people because these are some anime feats right here. Like what do you mean 40 million people you murdered? But anyway, yeah, I think I'll leave the video there. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you when I next upload. So until then, take care and don't forget to subscribe.